Egyptian learning English. Ali was a young Egyptian who had a passion for learning English. He had been studying the language on his own for a few years, using books, apps, and online videos. He could read and write fairly well, but he struggled with speaking and listening. He wanted to improve his skills and confidence, and he dreamed of one day visiting an English-speaking country. He decided to apply to Linguaphone Center for Foreign Languages in Alexandria, Egypt, which offered a variety of English courses for different levels and purposes. He had heard good reviews about Linguaphone Center from some of his friends, and he was impressed by their website and social media. He filled out an online application form and waited for a response. A few days later, he received an email from Linguaphone Center, inviting him to take a placement test and an interview. He was nervous, but also excited. He prepared himself as best as he could and went to Linguaphone Center on the scheduled date. He met with a friendly staff member who gave him a written test and a short oral exam. He tried to answer the questions as accurately and fluently as possible, but he also made some mistakes and hesitations. After the test, he was told to wait in the lobby for his interview. He sat on a couch and looked around. He saw other students, some of whom he recognized from his school or neighborhood. He wondered how they did on the test and what level they would be placed in. He also noticed some foreign teachers who spoke English with different accents and expressions. He wished he could understand them better and join their conversations. He was soon called for his interview, which was conducted by a native English speaker. The interviewer asked him about his background, his goals, his interests, and his hobbies. He tried to answer in complete sentences and to use some of the vocabulary and grammar that he had learned. He also asked some questions to the interviewer, such as where he was from, how long he had been teaching, and what he liked about Egypt. The interviewer smiled and nodded and encouraged him to speak more. The interview lasted for about 15 minutes, and then it was over. The interviewer thanked him for his time and told him that he would receive his results and course recommendation by email within a week. He wished him good luck and shook his hand. Ali left Linguaphone Center, feeling a mix of emotions. He was happy that he had completed the application process, but he was also anxious about his performance and his outcome. He hoped that he had done well enough to get into the level that he wanted, and to join a class that suited his needs and preferences. He also hoped that he would make some new friends and learn from some experienced and qualified teachers. He went home and waited for the email. He checked his inbox every day, hoping to see the message from Linguaphone Center. He also continued to study English on his own and to practice with some of his friends who were also learning the language. He wanted to be ready for his new adventure and to make the most of his opportunity. Finally, after a week, he received the email. He opened it with anticipation and read the contents. He was delighted to see that he had been accepted into Linguaphone Center and that he had been placed in the intermediate level. He was also assigned to a class that met 3 times a week, in the evenings, which fit his schedule and preferences. He was also given the name of his teacher and the list of his classmates. He recognized some of the names, and he was curious about the others. He replied to the email, confirming his enrollment and expressing his gratitude. He also paid the course fee online and received a confirmation receipt. He was officially a student of Linguaphone Center for Foreign Languages, and he was ready to start his English journey. He marked the date of his first class on his calendar and counted the days. He was eager to meet his teacher and his classmates and to learn new things. He was also proud of himself for taking a step towards his dream. He knew that learning English would not be easy, but he also knew that it would be worth it. He was determined to work hard, to have fun, and to improve his skills and confidence. He was an Egyptian who wanted to learn English, and he was on his way to achieving his goal.